Broadcasting from Watts Creative Studios and live on Grove Street FM. You're listening to Cool Talk Live, brought to you by Brown's Heating and Air, with your host, Brandon Brown.
Hello. Welcome to Cool Talk with Brown's Heating and Air, December 15th. It's good to be back live in the show. We've been gone about 3 weeks, but it seems like forever, Woody.
you sneeze and a month goes by.
Wow. I mean, it's crazy. And so much has happened in 3 weeks. I was telling Woody before we went live, I didn't even put together a script for today because so much has happened between me and,
oh my gosh.
And Woody. We're going to fill 30 minutes really quick.
Oh, you've been a busy man.
It's been busy. It's been up and hill, but I guess the first week was Thanksgiving that we were off. We were at Myrtle Beach. First time we spent actually a week away for Thanksgiving, which was really nice.
Yeah.
The weather was beautiful. I think it was a day or two. We were out in shorts and T-shirts, and the kids were in the pool. Really, it was like 70.
Man.
The pool was heated,
That's
but
so nice.
It was beautiful weather.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you, North Myrtle Beach has the best drive-through Christmas light display put on by the town that I have ever seen in my life. Ever. If you're in that area, I mean, these people line up for miles to go through.
Oh, that's awesome.
If you can go to the town of North Myrtle Beach, they have a Facebook page and it's all put together. It is amazing. The whole complex is just decorated. I mean, they had Disney character put together, a Disney section, a Frozen section, Christmas lights to music. It was amazing. And then on Friday, Saturday, and Sundays, they also have a Santa's workshop area. You can park halfway through, and you get out and you walk, and you can get a picture with Santa. There's hot chocolate, there's s'mores, there's a train ride. So if you're ever down there during from Thanksgiving on, definitely check that out. It's definitely worth the trip. It was amazing.
That's awesome.
But we did, it was a great week.
Every time I checked Facebook, I was like, Brandon's somewhere else now. Wait, I see water. Wait, I see mountains. Where is he at? He had been in Lynchburg for 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's been crazy. From mid-November and even until after Christmas, it's just like something every week, every weekend. But we love it because it's always usually stuff for the kids and family and especially Christmas, which I love. So. Yeah, we had that, and then we had the week after. You were in Disney.
We were in Disney,
so that was a good trip, wasn't it?
Man, I'm telling you, the weather was fantastic. The resort was fantastic. Everything was just amazing.
You made all the parks.
Yeah, we got all the parks, and we saw some new shows that they had, at Animal Kingdom, they have the Kite Tail show where it's just these big kites out in the water. That was so much fun.
Really?
And the weather was, like I said, the weather was absolutely perfect. So I'm like, you could wear a hoodie if you wanted to, but it was still warm enough where, you go either way. And then at Epcot, their new fireworks show where they have these giant LED screens out in the middle of the water, right? That are shooting water, lasers, fireworks. I think it's called Harmonious or something like that.
Okay.
And it was absolutely beautiful. And that show was 20 minutes long. It was just
wow.
The stuff that they, I don't know, man, it was a great.
Are some of those due to the anniversary, or is it just they added them for good?
I don't know. I know that they had scaled back during the pandemic and for the fireworks shows, but now it seems like, man, they are coming back because that Epcot show, you need to hang around and watch that show. It's at 9:45 when right before the park closes. And it was beautiful. And the technology, like I said, usually you've got fireworks and projection, but there was they have these screens out in the water that are, they have arms that come out and they shoot water and lasers, and I'm not doing it justice by describing it. But
wow,
yeah, that was so much fun, and Epcot was great. They had a it's called the Cookie Stroll,
right?
Where you go to these different stations and get cookies. And believe me, I made the stroll twice.
Yeah,
I got all the cookies. It was just a great visit.
Get your Christmas shopping done down there.
Christmas shopping.
Oh man, I can't wait to see what I got.
Man, We had every day we come up with totes
Oh
of
yeah,
Disney Park bags.
You had to save a lot of room in the car for the way back.
That's why we have to take the Forerunner.
Yeah.
That's why we don't fly because we
The weight limits on the return back. Your
That's right.
luggage weight would be expensive.
That's right. It was such a good visit though. So like if you're, I always promote a Disney trip, but like I mean you got to be willing to deal with the crowds.
Yeah,
But if you are, they've got a lot of good stuff going on.
if you go down expecting that, it's not bad. You
Yeah.
can't go to somewhere like Disney or big like that and expect, it's going to be slow. It's going to be
No.
easy. It's not. No matter what time of year, they are busier than others, but you're going to be. But they've got the system down packed. I mean, you're gonna very rare wait different places for food or lines long at all.
No, not at all.
You-
The food, yeah.
And
Food
the
was
app,
great.
their app is so up to date. I mean, if you look for a ride and one's an hour wait and one's 5 minutes, go do the 5 minute. By the time you get off, it's usually lower on the other. So you got to use all that to your advantage.
And we actually used the lightning lane for the first so we'd gone a couple times last year and we had yet to ride Rise of the Resistance, right?
Right.
And so this time I was like, I've gone 4 times and haven't ridden that ride. Okay, I was upset. So this time I just purchased the lightning lane. I woke up at 7:00, purchased 2 tickets, and we walked onto the ride. And it was dude,
Gosh.
that ride. It is unbelievable. The technology that like you walk in and I'm not exaggerating. This sounds stupid, but you walk in and for a brief second, like you feel like, wait a minute, is this real?
Yeah,
Like for just like a split second when you'll know the part when you ride it. Like you walk in and you're like, wait a minute, it's unreal. And we rode the Remy ride in Epcot too. That was fantastic. So it's just a wonderful trip.
I can't wait to get down there. I got to. I know I said a couple weeks ago when we're going again, I got to be careful because we were on the way back from Myrtle Beach and it was pretty a few hour ride, and we pull up to Chick-fil-A. I was driving one of the vans for my aunts, and my son got out and he's like, "Man, Dad, I've been listening to your podcast." I'm like, "Oh gosh." He's subscribed now. And
Oh no,
he was only on episode like 2 or 3, so
Yeah.
I think by the time we go we'll be okay because
okay, good.
I'm thinking, oh shoot, I hope he doesn't listen to like last week's episode.
Yeah, I can't spoil any
Because then he's going to yell, "Hey, we're going to Disney!" And I can hear he will not keep it in, so everybody will know.
But what a great moment though. Your son's listening to your
Yeah,
podcast.
He's listening.
But then it's like, well, now I gotta hide the information.
Yeah, but now it's already out there. After he told me, we had already talked about it here when we're going, so it's there. I just hope he doesn't pick that episode to listen to before we leave, or I'll just tell him, "Oh, that was last year's episode or
that's it,
something."
yeah.
The date's wrong.
Yeah, that's it.
So yeah, that's fun. We're gonna be, like I said, we'll be down there soon, and actually get to experience an actual holiday down there. I've never done that. New Year's
that's gonna be
Eve.
fun.
So
Yeah.
that's gonna be interesting. We've looked it up. I think we're in Hollywood Studios
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
night because everything else was booked full.
Oh, Hollywood's great.
But
though.
Hollywood, we've Googled it. And everybody's like, Hollywood is the most underrated place to be for New Year's Eve because they do a huge fireworks show and
Oh,
music that night, and it's a bunch of stuff. And I think because it's Magic Kingdom, of course, that feels first, and then Epcot. But there was a lot of people in there reviewing, like, this was actually the best, better place to be. It wasn't as crowded.
Oh, I love Hollywood. Yeah. Well, I'm going to be honest with you. Magic Kingdom can get uncomfortably crowded.
Yes.
And so while it's beautiful and you see the castle, it is not like it is very You get overwhelmed really quick with
Right.
that crowd.
Right.
So that's why we kind of venture to Animal
Animal
Epcot,
Kingdom.
Hollywood.
I think Animal Kingdom is my favorite. I like everybody loves Magic Kingdom, but other than, I think Animal Kingdom and Hollywood are my 2 favorites.
Now, I did hear that the Everest ride is going to go down for about 3 months. So starting in January to April,
I got
the Everest
maintenance
Coast,
and
yeah.
stuff.
I think they're going to hopefully fix the Yeti for once and all. So,
Your next trip, you'll be able to find
oh
out.
yeah, but it was a great trip, man.
That was good.
Y'all gonna have a great time.
I'm glad you went. We had that, and then last week I couldn't be here. Mom had surgery up at UVA, and it fell on a Wednesday, so we were up there all day. She actually had a brain aneurysm to be fixed, and we found out a lot. We learned a lot about that. Is like 95% of aneurysms are found by mistake. Like they're not. There's no signs, symptoms. When they go, you're gone. So like if people find them, doctors usually for something else. So luckily, back in Halloween, she had fell at the campground. They were camping. She tripped over something on the step and fell and hit her lip.
Yeah.
Well, down in Myrtle Beach, they just happened to scan, make sure she didn't have a concussion or nothing, and found it. So,
Man.
the doctor up here was like, "Yeah, I'm glad you failed. That's one time you're glad you failed because you were on but 6-7 months away from this thing busting,
Gosh.
and you'd have been gone."
Man.
So, like, just a silly fall.
Thank God. I tell you what, God is good.
God is definitely good because that's. He says most time we don't we find them because of that. You fall and do something else, and then they scan you, and that's how they find them accidentally. So yeah, we did that last Wednesday. She's home now, resting, doing good. So everything went well. So we won't live last week, but I tell you what, we went to the Academy of Arts last week. Sarah Evans Christmas. That was an awesome show.
Good.
And that place is just beautiful. I mean, I'm glad now that COVID's getting out. If you're in a Lynchburg area, look up their schedule because they have a ton of stuff. We were looking; they were scanning the next few months, like different shows and plays and different things coming. And now that they're finally been able to open, I mean, that place was sold out. I mean, Sarah Evans, she did a great job. But the renovations and stuff they've done in there and kind of freshen up, it's beautiful in there.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And the show was perfect. It was a nice night and yeah, definitely look them up. And any shows coming up, definitely try. It's definitely affordable. I mean, we went and saw her. It was like $25 a ticket.
Yeah, it's not crazy. It's not as crazy as you would think, and it's an intimate space too. So you're not up in the nosebleeds.
Yeah, every seat's a good seat.
Yeah, like I mean, you hear, you see well. Like it's just a fun vibe.
Yeah, it was definitely a good night. They had a great snack bar. They have drinks and snacks and candy and some wines and beers and stuff. So it's a little bit of everything. There was kids there. We took our kids. Several people we saw had their kids with them. So it was a great family night out. But they have a lot of shows coming. I think they have the Elf the musical next week. That was sold out both nights. They had a magic act last month. I think he was on America's Got Talent, and they sold that out. So,
and I know I'll be there next week.
Oh, you're performing?
Yes, I am. I'm doing a song.
So that's sold out.
That was sold out a year ago. It's Christmas in Killarney. I'm taking pictures of that show. So that's gonna be like a Irish Christmas show. So which is fun. It's the range of shows there. It's kind of great. It's something for everybody.
Wow. All right. So that's next week?
That's next week on the 21st.
Nice.
Yeah. So if you're looking for some, Scottish dancing and stuff, which we love, like when we go to Busch Gardens, there's a show there that they do over in the Ireland part of the park. And it's just fantastic. Like it's just you go into theater and they're just singing, dancing. It's fantastic.
And they're doing they're having their Christmas thing now too. Christmas Town.
Yep.
Yeah.
Christmas, just don't go on the weekends.
Yeah, don't do the weekend.
Don't do the weekend.
We went there a couple of years ago, and yeah, that was really nice.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's go during the week. They're open every day now during the week.
Oh, yeah, that's the time to go.
Yeah, you can go during the week, and I think they're open a little bit into January, but it's gorgeous. And the food, you get hot chocolate, it's good. Everything's, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
I love Busch Gardens. Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, they're not that far of a drive.
No, it's about 3 hours.
And here in Bedford, if you're around the Bauer Center of Arts, actually this Saturday, the 18th, is John Hardy, A Christmas Carol, the one-man play for the holidays, which she said was... Susan Martin was in here a couple weeks ago talking about that, and apparently it's the guy John Hardy does the whole play and performs all of the roles.
Oh, that's gonna be fun.
I think that'd be pretty neat to see.
That'd be neat.
So if you're looking, I think there's still tickets. That's this Saturday the 18th at 6:00. And they still have in the Welcome Center the Festival of Trees going on through December, where it's a fundraising event, so take your kids there, look at all the trees, vote for your best one. I think you put like $1 in the box or buy a ticket and put in the box, and each tree is supporting some different nonprofit. So it'll be on the tree, like this tree is supporting this nonprofit, and every vote or dollar they get, that goes towards that nonprofit for that tree. So that runs through beginning of January. It's free admission. You don't have to pay to vote, but you can at least go in and see the trees. And if you feel like, at least donate $1 or $2 to your favorite tree. So each of them nonprofits will raise some money. That's a good thing going on. The Elks home is lit up.
Yeah.
We're going actually tomorrow, Thursday. We're doing our annual drive. We usually come down here to Liberty Station, eat dinner at the depot down here in Bedford.
Yep.
And go through the Elks and Liberty Lake Park and just look at lights. So
now Liberty Lake Park has been upgraded this year.
Oh, really?
They replaced all the bulbs with LED bulbs.
Oh,
so it is super bright, colorful. It just looks like a new.
Now, have you been through the Elks yet?
Oh, not this year.
Okay,
no, not yet.
I'm wondering if they've updated because I know they have new owners and.
I don't know. Isn't that funny though? Part of it's like,
do you want to update?
Yeah, now you're to the point where it's like, because I remember, back in the day, we'd all get in the back of the pickup truck, Grandpa's pickup truck, and he had a camper on it. We'd ride up here and look at lights. It's almost like now, like I don't even want them to change it now.
And some people are like, I need to update, but it does it to me too because it brings back for a few moments.
Yep.
When I was a kid. Remembering these lights, and it just takes you back because they've been there for years,
and they literally haven't changed.
And it takes me back to riding through with my parents and my brothers and being young, and just for a few minutes, I get to feel young again because it doesn't happen often now. The time flying so fast. It's
like I almost don't want them to change it now, because you get to the point where it's like. Vintage and retro comes in again, and it's like, man, just leave it.
But my kids are riding through like, this is horrible. This is good.
but it's like, wait a minute, like, oh, this is
They're like, wait a minute, this does not look like the lights we're used to. But we explained to them, hey, this is just years of its history now.
Yeah. So
you can't update them so much.
No, don't. Yeah.
Maybe update them to LED and keep the same.
Yeah, keep the same structures and just
because it's a beautiful place.
But DW and them they replaced all the bulbs at Liberty Lake Park. So if you have not gone to Liberty Lake Park,
so DW did all that.
Yeah, DW and his wonderful public works crew. They killed it. So
we actually this past weekend we had our event for Train Brown's Heating Essence. We were in the top 10 last year for Virginia out of all heating and air companies that sell trains. So we had an event at the Homestead up in Hot Springs. Mm-hmm. That place was wonderful, beautiful. I don't know if you've seen the pictures, or if you haven't been up there, but it is beautiful. The place is huge. I think it was only like 400. It looked 400 and some rooms, but to me it looks like it should have 1,000. It was. You can get lost in there. And they do, and you need to go year round. They're busy, but they have a nice pool and they have a lazy river and water slides and golf and horseback riding. We did the actually tomahawk throwing.
Yeah.
And that was fun, throwing at the woods. We did that for an hour. I learned pretty quick not to ever tell Dara no again. She was hitting the bullseye pretty good. So I had took a picture of that to remind me, don't tell your wife no, because that tomahawk was sticking pretty good in the bullseye.
She got the eye. You better watch out.
So I better make sure I keep on my P's and Q's there.
Right.
I have a hatchet.
Yes, ma'am.
I might have a tomahawk coming at the back of my head. But no, that was a blast. We had a nice event. We found out that one of the ballrooms up there, they actually flew up. I think they said Richard Gere and Jodie Foster to do a dance in for one of their movies.
Really?
All the way up there just to do the dance scene.
Yeah.
They come in, they set it all up. They did the dance scene in one of their ballrooms up there, and that was part of, I can't remember which movie, but it was on their history thing there. Yeah, that they had. So they danced there for that. So that's pretty neat.
That's fun.
And a lot of presidents have been there because they've been there for events and just to visit. They do have. We went and visited a couple of the springs there. It's 106 degrees year round. Now, how in the world that happens?
That's crazy.
It is. I don't know how that works. I'm not that smart on that side, but man, it was a good trip. We went and took our office manager and her husband. They had a big dinner there and got to hang out with some other train dealers and our salespeople for the weekend, just relax. So yeah, that's been our 3 weeks that we've been gone by, and of course Christmas will be here
next week.
10 days.
Next
Man,
week.
That's great.
How crazy
I
is
love
that?
Christmas.
Oh yeah.
10 days, and then Yeah, so I guess next week I'll be live again. And then the 29th, nope. So I'll just miss a week.
You'll just
The
miss a week.
29th, I'll
You'll
be
in
down
Disney.
in Disney. Maybe Woody will call me and we'll go live.
Yeah, I'll make a trip down. We'll do a live episode.
We're going to bring the mics and go live there so you know what the crowds are doing on the 29th
That's
before we
right.
bring in 2022. So we will, well, that's our first part. We only got about 10 minutes left, but I got a little commercial here, and then we'll talk a little heating and air in 2022 with you.
Inside the Trane testing facility, our heating and cooling products are put through 16 weeks of extreme temperature fluctuations to simulate 5 years of wear and tear. But these aren't just seasonal shifts. Inside the lab, it fluctuates between 150 degrees one day to sub-zero temperatures and layers of snow the next. Then back to hot, then back to cold. Then hot and cold. Hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold. And we didn't even get through the first month. We test, so it runs. That's why it's hard to stop a Trane.
That's right, and we need you to know I know the end of the year is coming, but if you're local or anywhere listening, if you're looking to upgrade your unit, you need to be doing it pretty soon, or try. It's coming. I would highly recommend trying to get an estimate before the end of the year, and even locking it down because of course we were notified January 1st, and that's all brands, not just Trane, but all brands have another price increase coming January 1st. So. Anything you can do to lock that down before the price increase, I would do it. Because even if it's not installed in January, we can lock it down and order it and have it in the shop to prevent that increase, which could be 12, 15%. So that's definitely coming. We still have the 0% financing. We're doing a lot of financing. So it's definitely worth it to go and get it updated, get you a 60 or 72 month plan for 0%. And avoid those extra increases, which is crazy. This year we have had, I want to say, between equipment and materials alone, and just heating and air, we have had to overcome almost 40 to 45%
Really?
price increases.
Man.
It's like every time you turn around, it's something. Not just equipment, it could be electrical stuff or plumbing stuff that we use, but it's every time we turn around, there's an increase on something. So. From January this year till now, we've seen 40 to 45% of increases.
Yeah.
And that's just heating and air, and of course everybody's seen gas prices going up and inflation. So if you're looking to do it and you need a new system, I definitely recommend getting an estimate, get it locked down, even if it's January, February when we install it. Let's get it locked down and ordered. Because it goes in effect January 1st or the 31st at midnight, it automatically changes in the system anybody that has a price increase. So it's worth trying to get that locked down and save 10, 15% in the long run and having you a new system.
That's right. It's worth it now. Gosh, ours is wonderful.
Yeah, and it's going to pay for itself with the utility bills coming down anyway. Yep. We don't put any in that we don't hear back. We check on them a month later, and people are like, "Man, the electric bill's down way more than I thought it would be." In some instances, more than the payment of like they'll finance it 60 months, maybe $120 a month for a system, but their electric bill drops $150, so they're still saving $30 a month until they pay off the system.
Yep.
So it's that monthly payment will pay for itself, and the utility costs coming down. But it's definitely, I know it's not long left, but we do know that's coming. So you still got the rest of this month to get it locked in. We have a ton of them that we have sold and locked in the last couple of weeks for people that wanted to wait till after the holidays to put it in, which is fine. We'll order it. We get it here and save it in the shop and get you in, because I want to save the customer as much as we can, because we don't get to keep that increase. So I'd rather you save it on your end. Before it goes up, because some instances that's 15% could be $1,000.
Yeah.
And that's huge, especially if you're gonna have to do it next year anyway. So might as well save it and get your finance and get it in and start the new year off right.
That's right.
So yeah, give us a call. We're at you can find us at brownsheatingair.com or 434-610-4373. We got some big things coming next year I'm working on. One of them's a marketing thing. I'm not gonna put it on here yet because I don't want
top secret.
I can tell you. I'll tell you after.
Ooh.
I just don't want any competitors to steal my idea.
There we go.
But I think it's gonna be really neat. We've got starting first week of January. I'll have my first full-time salesperson, dedicated salesperson starting. He starts January 5th.
Nice.
Yeah.
Congratulations. That's great.
We've gotten to the point now where usually our service guys can go out and do estimates and service, but we've gotten busy enough now. It's just a lot of stress to try to do all that at once.
Yeah.
So it's be more organized and a lot stress free. We got a salesman, and actually the guy I'm hiring worked with me when I started Heating and Air in about '98. He actually worked with me.
Huh.
He's a little older than me, but he was installing there at the same time. So I've known him for a while. And he's been through commercial and different places doing heating and air, so he's got a background in it, which is good. I don't have to teach that part. And he's sold before, so just have to teach him how, our way, our Brown way, and how we like to do things. I think it's going to work out really well.
That's awesome. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. That's been we've been trying to get that going for a while, and I'm thinking, I said, you know what, we got to start 2022 off fresh and get the load off the service guy's plate and get a salesman out there and close more deals. I think it's really take us where we need to be. And we also are hoping to add plumbing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Man, that would be great.
I got a guy that's going to be taking his master's exam this week or next week to get his MasterCard in plumbing, and that's my goal, is to be Brown's Heating and Air and Plumbing next year.
Man.
So we can do some plumbing remodels. If we do remodels, we do heating and air and the plumbing, new builds, whatever comes up, we'll have a plumbing department.
Yeah.
So
you're gonna need like a longer business card,
man. Have a banner
and plumbing and podcast and air.
And
just call Brown's for anything,
Then plumbing and
pet grooming.
Maybe eventually electrical. I don't know. Maybe just become Brown's Mechanical and just cover it all. Yeah. So it's
you can plan Disney trips, just everything. Brown's everything.
Yeah, just Brown's trip plan, just whatever. What can Brown do for you? That's what I always tell them. Right? What can Brown do for you? What you got in 2022? Anything big coming up?
I got, who knows? It's crazy.
You're staying busy.
I'm staying busy.
You've really increased in last year. It's been huge.
This year's been great. I'm kind of still at that point where it's like, do you hire? Do you get help? Do you have people come and go? But it's good though. Like you can tell that my business thrives when other businesses are thriving.
That's right.
So I can tell I've gotten the last 2 weeks. Video production is already up for before Christmas. After
I sent you one for Culpeper. You got a call.
Yep.
Yeah, I saw him this week at the train thing, and he said, "You give my number to Woody?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "All right, good. Have him call me. I'm ready to."
I got to call him.
They got a lot of stuff they want done, videoed and recorded, and drone footage and stuff. So he's excited.
And so that means that businesses are, they're getting out there. They want their message out there. So it's always good for me. So I cannot complain.
That's right. And I've got a box full of nice gifts that right here in front of me that Laura made. I bought for some Christmas gifts. I can't wait to these soaps and candles and stuff. So I can't wait to hand them out and spread her business some more, because she's selling out left and right.
She's selling out.
So anybody local, was it Simply Somerville?
Simply Somerville Gifts. Go to Instagram. That's probably about the best place you can find. But she stays busy. I think she's done making candles for the year. She's gonna take a little break, give her neck and back a back a break. But then she's gonna kind of see where she's at. But it's funny because she always had this. For the last couple of years, she follows these people that makes things like soaps and stuff. And whenever they release a product, it sells out, right? And she was always kind of, not jealous, but just like, I love that, whenever Katie does soap. Well, then now
she's selling
whenever she makes a candle, like she she makes a drop is what she calls it. She makes a batch, and it's like tables full of candles. Within 2 days of her finishing, all the candles are gone.
She needs to raise her prices.
That's it. Time to raise prices. 2022.
Going worldwide. All right. Well, I hope y'all have a great week. We will be back next week, Christmas week, for our final episode of the year. And have a safe week.